So, in the whole history of mountain bike videos on YouTube, there has never been a single video on how to wash your bike. So today, I'm going to break new ground and show you the best way to get your bike wet enough that the dirt comes off. First, let's gather some cleaning tools. Water and a sprayer. If the sprayer has multiple settings, opt for a softer shower rather than a forceful jet. A soft brush and other brushes that you'll never use. A scrapey tool and a stiff brush for your drive chain. A chain cleaner, and anything else you might think is helpful. Next, we need some sort of soap or bike wash. Then a polish. It's not necessary, but I like it. Some WD-40, and this is not for the chain. A degreaser that is for the chain, and some chain lubricant that is WD-40. Now let's give the bike a good soaking. When washing your bike, you want to avoid a high-pressure stream as well as spraying directly into the crank and wheel hubs. This can actually work the dirt we're trying to remove into the bearings as well as wash away the grease inside. So, use a softer setting and spray in a downward direction for the most part. The soap that I'm using is a spray-on soap that it really isn't my favorite, but I spent money on it, so I'm going to use it up. Spraying it on seems like an unnecessary extra step when I could just add the soap to the water bucket and use the brush to apply the soap while scrubbing at the same time. Next, get your big soft brush wet and start working the bike over. Remember to rinse the brush every so often. Get the wheels, the seat, and the undercarriage. You can make this as sexy or as professional as you like. Rinse the bike off and check for any spots you may have missed. Before you dry the bike off, let's do a couple other things. I'm going to give the chain a quick cleaning. Start with a degreaser. Be careful of the direction that you're spraying it. It probably won't hurt the bike if you get some on it, but we just cleaned it, so come on. Then take a shop towel and wipe the chain off. Keep doing this until you get to a point of diminishing returns with the grime on the towel. Also, I like to check the little jockey wheels on the rear derailleur for built-up gunk and scrape that off. Now, sometimes you'll notice some spots that soap and water just won't remove. These are most common on the seat stays and chain stays where your shoes might have rubbed up against them. All you have to do is take a little regular WD-40 and spray it into a rag or paper towel, then use that rag to rub the streaks away with no problem. Now, let's take some clean, soft towels and give the bike a good rub down. Check your bike for any cavities or depressions that might hold water. I have this little well in the down tube where the shock mounts to the frame, and it holds water, so I always have to turn the bike over to drain it. Now that the bike is dry, we can re-lubricate the chain. Again, apply the lube to the part of the chain where the excess won't drip all over the bike. Make sure you got all the linkages on the chain, then run the pedals around a couple times to help distribute it. Let it sit for a minute, then lightly wipe the excess off with a clean rag. Now, just a note, of all the products that I'm using in this video, I love this WD-40 stuff. Lubrication-wise, I think it's fine, but for some reason the smell is amazing. I buy it just for that mainly. Dumb, right? I don't know. The last thing I do is spray the bike down with this, quote, showroom polish. Again, it's not necessary, but it seems to make a shiny, happy bike. Just spray it on, wait a sec, and then wipe it off. Now the bike is all clean, it's time to look it over for anything loose, broken, or missing. I noticed that I have a loose spoke on my rear wheel, so I'll fix that. I'll also run through the gears to make sure it's shifting properly, or if it needs adjustment. Everything looks good. Now let's see how fast we can get it. Well, I hope you got some useful pointers out of this. My name's Cody and you're watching Lunch Ride. If you have any tips that I didn't mention here, please leave them in the comments and help us all out. If you liked this video, if you thought it was helpful, click like, subscribe, and share with your friends. If there's anything that I could be doing better, please let me know about it. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.